it's Katie. So you may or may not be familiar with the gods and goddesses of the yoga tradition. To me, they really represent different parts of our psyche and different manifestations of energy in ourselves and in the world. And this month, especially in my women's circle, I've been really focusing on the energy that the goddess Lakshmi brings to the table. And she is this beautiful, beautiful abundance goddess who represents beauty, wealth, and not just material wealth, but an inner feeling of richness and worthiness. Sustainability, so our ability to not just, pillage things and take things, but consider our impact long term. And also the energy of receptivity, which is something I am particularly drawn to these days, especially because a lot of the people who are drawn to me and who I work with tend to be in this state and this mode of being in their brains of giving, yet maybe they know they need space to receive and to replenish and refill themselves, but just an inability to actually do that, to actually let themselves be held and to actually receive energy for themselves. And so you might consider, for example, the last time that you received a compliment and what happened in your system, in your body. So you might have said, thank you, and just kind of went on with your day, forgot about the compliment, just moved on. You might have kind of bargained around the compliment and kind of made different excuses around why that's not true. And on the other hand, you may have just flipped it right around and said, oh yeah, you too. My question is, did you ever take a moment to really let that compliment sink into you? To really absorb it within your own being? And this is a great example. It doesn't just have to do with compliments, but it has to do with every single aspect of our lives, really. And whether or not we're allowing nourishment to come in, which really, when we boil it down, is the question of, do I feel worthy of receiving love and energy and nourishment in myself? And one of the best practices, one of my favorites for balancing this dynamic of giving and receiving, and brings in absolutely more Lakshmi energy to the whole system, is the practice of gratitude. And that's because gratitude is a practice where we are both giving and receiving at the same time. We are receiving because we are acknowledging and embracing that which is good in our lives and letting it soak into our system. And we are giving acknowledgement and thanks back out toward whatever it is that we're grateful for. So it is like this infinity loop of taking something in and also giving praise back out for it. So gratitude is a really amazing practice, and we're going to do a little gratitude practice today. So you can do this seated, standing, lying on your back. We'll bring the hands over the heart because gratitude is a heart space practice, 100%. And your eyes can either close so you can bring yourself a little more internal, or you can direct your gaze down toward the floor. In whatever position you're in, however your eyes are, I'd like you to just invite a little softness into your body. Notice your breath. And let your breath become really soft and really subtle in and out the nose. And take a moment to scan through your body and find somewhere in the body that you feel grateful for, or maybe a little even amazed by. So for example, it might be the intelligence of your cells. It might be your ears, which are able to hear, or your tongue, which is able to taste, your lungs, which breathe, your your digestive system, which literally takes in nutrients. And just land in one area and stay there. Send love straight from your heart space to that area of the body, that intelligence of the body. And let love and gratitude pour to that place and space within you. All the while, breath is soft and subtle in and out the nose. And then take a moment to scan through some memories of this past week. Memories of you with another person or other people that felt really nourishing and sweet and good to you. It might be a conversation that you had, an exchange of good thoughts. It might have been a smile from someone, or someone giving you a call or texting you to check in. Some sort of exchange with another person where you felt really loved and nurtured and seen. And if you need to think further back than a week away, that's totally fine, but find that memory and send gratitude from your heart to that person and that exchange. Let it just pour right out of your heart like gold and honey. All the while, the breath is soft and subtle in and out the nose. And I'd like you to scan through the last 24 hours or so of all of the things that have made your life a little more pleasurable and a little easier. So it might be your water boiler for your cup of morning tea. It might be the fact that you have warm running water for a shower, for your soft blankets in bed, or your refrigerator that keeps your food fresh for longer. Again, we'll just stay with one item, keep it really simple. And let gratitude and love pour from your heart to that item and what that item gives you, which might be more freedom, more ease, more joy. And send it your heartfelt thanks. All the while, the breath is soft and subtle in and out the nose. And as you're ready, softly blink your eyes back open. Thanks for joining me for the practice today. Take a moment just to notice and feel how just a couple minutes of gratitude has changed your system and your mind state. I definitely feel just way more open and relaxed right now. And I will see you next week for another practice, another video. Take care. Namaste.